1967 was a great year for soul music. Just thinking of a couple of songs off the top of my head, there was I Just Want to Testify by Parliaments, and there was Boogaloo Down Broadway. Fantastic. Johnny C. Got a Lost 45 on Billboard's Hot 100. Let's go to Billboard's Hot 100 of September. Let me get that date for you. We're still in the summer of 67. I can't get out of 1967. I just can't. On my 60s YouTube channel. September 16th, 1967, the top 5 hits from that week. Well, Ode to Billy Joel at number 1. Billy Joe, rather, at number 1 by Bobby Gentry. Reflections by Diana Ross and the Supremes at number 2. And Come Back When You Grow Up Girl by Bobby V at number 3. The Letter by the Box Tops at number 4. And Baby, I Love You by Aretha, another great soul song from 1967 at number 5. You're My Everything by the Temptations at number 6. Motown. But let's go all the way down to the bottom end of Billboard's Hot 100. We're going to bottom out this time at number 81. Forget It by the Sandpebbles. The lead singer, Lansine, I believe that's how you pronounce his first name, Lansine Wright, his voice on fire, man. The guy just fiery soul singer. Man, song got that magic. But did not do very well, though, on Billboard's Hot 100. You might remember their biggest hit, though, Love Power, which went to number 22 on Billboard's Hot 100. Both of those songs produced by a guy named Teddy Fan. It was Teddy Fan who more or less put together, or at least Teddy Fan was the brains behind the Sandpebbles, and he was a producer at one time for the Triple X record label in New York City. He was an A&R man at the Triple X record label as well, working with the Bobettes rather. That was probably back in the 50s, no doubt, and then he teamed up with the Sandpebbles and produced Love Power, produced this record, Forget It. And later on, the Sandpebbles, they changed their name. They moved from the Cala record label. They went to the Atlantic record label, late 60, 68, 69. They put out about 3 singles, and they were dropped from the label in 1970. And by that time, the Sandpebbles had changed their name to Sea and the Shells and dropped by the Atlantic record label in 1970. But not before leaving us those couple of jams. There was Love Power, which was redone. You might remember the Luther Vandross version of that record back in 1991. It was called Love Power, and God, it was beautiful. The way he fused the songs together. It was a medley. Particularly towards the end of the record or in the middle of the record, he went from Love Power. He went from Power Love right into Love Power. Man, he just still captured that soulfulness, the gospelness of Love Power. Love Power was just absolute pop gospel right there. This one, just nitty gritty soul. Forget It by the Sandpebbles at number 81. That jumped. It jumped that week of September. What date did I say it was? September the 16th. September 16th. It jumped from 96 to 81. That looked promising, but it peaked. Gosh, dog it. So much for that jump. It just, boom, hit a brick wall. Peaked at number 81. That's it. Forget It by the Sandpebbles on Billboard's Hot 100 of September 16th, 1967.